Hi everyone, and welcome to the Extras episode. This one will cover some details I forgot to mention or could not fit in the tutorial without making even less sense than I already do, so I'm covering them here. This one will go over an important detail regarding Marauders, double shotting, and some small details in the underwater facility. If you aren't interested in learning the double shot, feel free to skip it with the timestamps below, but the rest is useful regardless. In the current patch of the game, the Marauder can be faltered with a precision bolt shot. This makes the timing of the slob one cycle really simple to learn. In 3.1, however, the Marauder cannot be faltered with a PB shot, and is instead faltered by the rocket following it. Due to that, if you attempt to perform the slob 1 cycle on the lower patch, which will be featured in Blood Swamps as well, you must be conscious of your timing for launching the grenade, as doing so before the rocket hits the Marauder will cause the Marauder to stop everything he's doing and dash away, as he's not yet faltered. This is not a problem that's difficult to fix, but in my experience it was certainly one that was difficult to notice. Next up on my extensive list of 4 things, double shotting is a tech that was discovered very recently, but there are already a few ideas for implementing it in TAG1. It's also really fun, so I figured I'd include it here. To simplify it, if you charge one of your ballista mods, shoot and then switch the mods of another weapon in the weapon wheel, you can shoot another shot of the same mod. Here's how it looks like. This trick can be separated into 2 sections, pulling up the weapon wheel and switching the mods. The weapon wheel has a short delay between when you press the button to activate it and when it fully comes into effect. For any fellow nerds out there, that delay is about 180 milliseconds, but that info doesn't truly impact your ability to perform this trick, as you'll be getting a feel for the timing by doing it enough regardless. The inputs themselves are weapon wheel first and shoot the mod in that 180 millisecond time window. If you do it too early, you'll be prone to moving your crosshair in that window, which can lead to the second shot missing. The second part of the trick is the mod switching. The mods you need to switch for double shotting the ARB and D-Blade are different, but they're easy to remember. On the screen right now is a short document about double shotting linked in the description below and pinned in the DE general chat of the speedrunning Discord. As you can see, for every mod that pairs up with the D-Blade, the other mod of that gun will pair up with the Arbalist. Feel free to pause the video or click on the link for the doc itself to look at the mods more thoroughly. After you charge the mod and do the weapon wheel thingy, use your mouse to move over to the appropriate gun, press the mod swap button and release the weapon wheel. You must do this relatively fast in order for it to work properly. And that's everything for the execution, but there are a few important details to go over. First, if you move to the Arsenal tab and click Customize Weapon Wheel, you'll be able to change the amount of weapons on it. 4 slots is recommended here to avoid accidentally hovering over a gun you didn't intend to. Secondly, the trigger mods aren't mods you'll be swapping to, but ones you'll be swapping from. For example, the Precision Bolt mod pairs up with the Arbalist, so in order to use it to double shot the ARB, you use the weapon wheel, shoot the ARB, and switch from PB to micromissiles. Thirdly, when doing this tech, take note that you don't hold the shoot button as you perform the sequence. I recommend practicing the action of pulling up the weapon wheel, shooting, and letting go of shoot right after to build muscle memory. Lastly, the mod switch key should not be bound to the mouse wheel or the same key as your macro, as the game will not switch mods, but instead cycle between the slots on the weapon wheel. Either rebind your mod switch key or select an additional bind for it in the settings. And that's double shotting. This tech is possible on every patch of the game and also possible on a controller, so go wild with it. The second to last thing I wanted to mention is about this hallway. In the previous episode, you saw a clip of me ballista boosting through this hallway without being stopped by the wall breaking. That was possible due to the fact that I turn here to the left and then to the right to intentionally lose some speed, since a full speed ballista boost will leave you bonking on the door. Turning like that also gives you a better angle for going through the second door smoothly, so it's important to know when trying to go for it. Here's how that looks like. The last thing I want to mention is that the D-Blade for this turret and soldiers is recommended to be shot at 2 charges instead of the full 3, since it kills everything with only 2 and by that saves a bit of ammo, which is always important for ballista routing. And that's pretty much it for the Extras episode, a bit more of a laid back compilation of things I missed or decided to gloss over in the tutorial episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I actually finish Blood Swamps.